thousands of our fellow Americans will die.
You know what the crazy thing is? We're all gonna die.
Yeah, and I have here that everyone will die. Do you have that?
In order for this to work, I think you need bipartisan support. I think you need Republicans and Democrats.
Don't count on it.
I'm not counting on it.
But it would be nice.
But it would be nice.
Yes.
When you listen to something like this, you realize that's asking a whole heck of a lot. Take a listen to this.
Watch this right here from yesterday.
I know this is a sensitive issue, but I'm going to raise it. And that is that the horrible and unspeakable truth is that if this legislation were to pass, thousands of our fellow Americans every single year will die.
All right, Ebony.
That's rational.
How are we going to get to the middle here?
Eventually,
I told you that. You know what? At least they're not employing any hyperbole at all. So no exaggeration, no hysteria.
And I'll tell you something else, which I find a bit disturbing. Just yesterday, PolitiFact reviewed a statement I made on Meet the Press on Sunday.
You tweeted that issue of saying that, yes, you know, you thought people would die. And then Senator Orrin Hatch retweeted you and said, this brief time when we were not accusing those we disagree with of murder was nice while it lasted. Any regrets at using the rhetoric you used?
Chuck.
Considering what Senator Hatch said.
Chuck, what the Republican proposal does is throw 23 million Americans off of health insurance. What Harvard University, what a part of Harvard University and the scientists there determined is when you throw 23 million people off of health insurance, people with cancer, people with heart disease, people with diabetes, thousands of people will die. I wish I didn't have to say it. PolitiFact studied the issue, and they looked at about a dozen different studies. And you know what all of the studies concluded? Thousands of people will actually die. That's not Bernie Sanders. That is doctors, that is scientists who look at this issue.
And they can't predict. There's no way unless they're absolutely psychic.
This is not me. This is study after study making this point. It is common sense.
They don't know who's going to die or when or how many people.
If you have cancer and your insurance is taken away from you, there is a likelihood you will die, and certainly a likelihood that you will become much sicker than you are today.
That is such a fool's errand trying to quantify something that serious and grave.
How are we going to get to
That's the facts. Unpleasant, but it's true.